Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ian Doherty. I'm a spiritualist medium and I'm going to talk to you in this video clip about tips for ghost hunting. Whether you're a private team investigating a location or part of a larger group having an organised event with such great companies as frightnights.co.uk, the video will cover both aspects or will cater for both sides of the coin. Now, I want to talk about technical scientific issues, of course the psychological issues and the use of mediums. Now, firstly, the technical scientific side. This is to do with the equipment that can be used or utilised while conducting a ghost hunt. Firstly, cameras, digital cameras. Then we have the camcorders. Then we have the electromagnetic frequency detectors, EMFs, and digital dictaphones. Now, cameras. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, digital camera is well known for producing orbs. Now, please do your homework, do your research. Orbs are not paranormal. I am quite biased because I've done a lot of research, and believe me, they are not paranormal whatsoever. Any faces or images or patterns that can be seen in them are purely down to the psychological effect of apophenia. Please have a look, research it, have a look on the internet. It's interesting to note, however, ladies and gentlemen, that torches, the LCD torches, when a photograph is taken with a torch shining, LCDs will shine blue, a normal torch yellow. So again, you can rule that out. Of course, when you're looking at some photographs taken, you can see green lines, you can see red lines. Normally this is indicative of internal lens flare. That is caused by a premature discharge of the charge coupler device. The capacitors lose their charge before the picture is fully developed, basically, or saved, and that's what produces them. Again, look at your parameters. When we're looking at electromagnetic field detectors, these are normally the cheap end of the range, ladies and gentlemen. They are largely used for detecting cables and electrical currents that are given off by various devices, lights, fire exit signs, for example. Now, they're good to be ruled out, ladies and gentlemen, because there are instances where people will be feeling dizzy, they will be feeling lightheaded. If you can prove that there's not a large amount of cables nearby, then you could be having something paranormal as a cause. The reason for this is we are largely water, and we have a big brain which produces a lot of electrical current, through the four processes and just the nerves running through your body, so you can rule them out. Digital dictaphones are a very good thing to have, ladies and gentlemen. The reason for this, of course, is that the human ear is responsive really to or between 2 and 20,000 hertz, more so between 2 and 5,000 hertz, and particularly much so at 4,000 hertz. But the digital camera can go well beyond this capability, and therefore can perceive things that the human ear can't audibly detect, but however are there. It's good to put into a point of having a locked area. You can agree with the private team, or indeed agree with the staff and the people that are on an organised event, to lock one area off and have nobody visit that area for, say, 40 minutes to an hour. Have a dictaphone continuously in playback, or in record mode, should I say, and see if anything turns up. The same can be said with a little laptop with a webcam, and have that going, see what that picks up, again within a locked room where you know nobody has access, or indeed you can account for everybody and know they're not going into that room. Now, the psychological aspects, ladies and gentlemen. Most ghost hunts, well, all ghost hunts really, will take place in the night time to rule out too many people in the area, and of course your other senses, once your sight is hampered, will basically be put into more force. Your hearing, your sense of smell, sense of taste, sense of touch through the physical skin, and again with your heightened senses, your hair stand up on your head and on the back of your neck, that sort of thing. Okay. The eye works differently during the night. It's fair to say if you look at an object directly at night time, it becomes out of focus, fuzzy, even like a little mist on it. Yeah, if you look to the left of it or to the right of it, you will see it in clarity. Please don't be fooled. Put that to note. Again, if a person stands by an open doorway, straight away they get the feeling of I'm being looked at, somebody's coming for me, I can feel a presence, I feel uncomfortable. It's a fight-flight response coming to the force because you are naturally thinking you're going to get attacked from behind. It is very, very much a primitive sense. It's a primitive source of protection. There's nothing there, it's just the way the mind is working. Of course, the swaying. Yeah, people at night time will be swaying, oh, I'm being pushed forwards and backwards. No, you're not, ladies and gentlemen. It is a psychological impact. You know that you are stood on a solid floor. However, you're not sure where there's a step ahead of you, and the mind is working so that you don't fall, so you sway. So again, it's psychological. Don't mean to poo-poo it, gentlemen, or ladies and gentlemen, should I say, but it's to rule it out. So therefore, if you're getting pushed backwards or you're getting shoved very, very quickly or strongly, then it isn't a psychological aspect. The best piece of equipment you can have, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, is you yourself. There are a lot of people who turn up on these type of organised events who are very sensitive and are turning up there to see what they themselves can sense. This is where mediums come into play. When a medium is walking around saying, I'm feeling this, I'm hearing that, I'm being told this, and I'm seeing so and so, if you have that information yourself, you're thinking, oh, I was getting that, I was seeing this and hearing that, it reinforces your sensitivities, and also it's a good backup for the medium also. So please get involved there. Now, when you're looking at this point of view, folks, one of the hardest things you have on an organised event is that all the people turning up there, for the most part, you don't know them. Therefore, you get embarrassed with shouting out or asking for any interaction from spirit, and you think, well, if I say something, people are going to laugh at me. Yeah. Once we get over that, ladies and gentlemen, you start talking and interacting with each other, things happen. It is, I do feel, very important to stress that psychic energy given off by a group of people can cause an effect. Yeah, you can all think, well, we've had many a time, let's ask for a stone thrown on the floor. So we've all have a good giggle, have a good laugh, have a stone. Next thing you know, there's a stone appears on the floor. It never hits anybody. Bang, smack in the middle of the floor. Again, lights do occur, and we're talking of the intensity of a camera flash of a digital camera. Yet it could be 7 to 10 foot up in the air, and again, it could be blue or green in colour. Again, these factors are really, really important to take note of. Please don't come with too great an expectation because you may be let down. The best advice, ladies and gentlemen, is an open mind. If you're a disbeliever, or I should say skeptical, you've been dragged there by your partner, don't just sit there with your arms folded with your bottom lip down past your knees. Get involved. And of course, the people who are very over the top believers, yeah, let's see what happens, because otherwise every noise is put down to paranormal. Have an open mind, enjoy the event, get to know you, rule out the psychological aspects, know your equipment, and most of all, get involved and enjoy yourself. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions, please email me at gimlit, spelled Gimlit, at btinternet.com. Thank you.